Hello? Hello, is this thing on? Teehee. Mom, look, I'm a PNG now. I have discarded my VTuber era and we are entering PNG tube. Whee! I've only got one outfit so far. I figured that I would make a couple outfits at some point, but where we are right now, I figured with the theme of my new Pokemon Scarlet file that I will be doing, I would be a cowboy. So this is the only outfit I've drawn. I was too excited to like do a regular version first, so I started with the cowboy. And then I guess we'll go from there. So, let's see. So yeah, I haven't even beat the game, like, my first playthrough yet. But I kind of hit a point where I was feeling kind of stagnant with, like, the team I wanted to build, because I had Clodsire and Bellybolt and Toxicroak as, like, I had a theme going. Those are all my amphibians. But then I didn't know how to finish my team. So I don't know. I wasn't really making progress in that, and I was having fun shiny hunting, but goodness, I don't remember which one I went with. I think sorry, my cat's being he's asking for attention right now, right after I start my stream. What a little boy. Huh. I think I did this one. Yeah. But yeah, so I kind of hit a point where I was like, okay, I'm shiny hunting for Mudbray. And I really like making a team based on like a theme. And so I thought it'd be fun to do a farm theme. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be hunting shinies. So obviously we still have to get through the like the intro and stuff. I'll probably just skip all the dialogue and whatnot so we can get to the important stuff. We want shinies. So also let me know if my audios are okay. I tested the levels before I started, but it's always nice to get actual feedback from people. I also have a couple music tracks that they're not playing right now because I only have 2. So if you have any suggestions for like video game soundtracks I can add to my shiny hunting playlist, then let me know. Oh, I don't remember. I'm just gonna stick with the basic. I don't want to get caught up on this. I have a Fecklers. I wish they had more combinations for that. Whatever. Okay, I think that's what I looked like in my original file. All right. So I'm going to turn off game audio and we're going to listen to some video game music. Like I said, let me know if the sound's like super loud or too quiet. I'm just gonna keep it kind of low right now. We're testing it out. This is a test run. And I've only got 2 tracks in here. They're like extended versions, so like each one's like 10-15 minutes. But yeah, I'm really excited. I am graduating college in just over a week. So I'm hoping that, you know, other things aside, I will be able to start streaming again more because it's fun. It's not like I have anything better to do. I wish I could skip this. I probably should have done it before I started streaming, but I was very excited. I was very excited to start because I have problems disorder. So the second I came up with this idea, I was like, okay, I know I have like finals and stuff I need to study for, but what if instead I started doing this? At least I waited until I finished like all my projects and stuff. Right now where I'm sitting, I only have tests from here on out. So it's not like I have homework that I have to do. But yeah, so I've really been fixated on like farm animals lately because at my job I work with horses and some cows and the occasional goat and whatnot. So like I work with farm animals, and lately I've been obsessed with donkeys because I've loved donkeys since birth. And I really would like to have some of my own someday in real life. But obviously, I am I am in my early 20s. I do not have very much money. I have nowhere to put them if I were to get some. So I am coping by playing Pokemon. So for my team, there are 6 themed shinies that I'm looking to get. Unfortunately, oh no, one of them is in the first area. Obviously, Lechonk, it's a pig, so we can start shiny hunting right away. And I want to do this like in order. Like, I want to get Lechonk. I was hoping to have, like a little graphic or something. But like I said, I just wanted to get on with it. So, I am looking for Lechonk, Mareep, Mudbray, Spoink, and Tauros. I think that's all of them. Lechonk, Mareep, Mudbray, Spoink, Tauros. No, that's missing one. What's the last one? Oh, Go-Goat, or Skiddo, whatever. There wasn't like a huge selection of farm animals for this game. Like, there was just enough. In my head, Numel and Camerupt are cows, even though I know in my heart that they are supposed to be camels. Which is also technically like, you know, where I work there, I've seen a camel. I work at a hospital for large animals, so like it's not unheard of for people that keep camels, but I didn't want to put Numel on my team. I felt like there was better options. So We've got 2 pigs, a donkey. I am going to keep my Mudbray as a Mudbray. I prefer for the shiny line. I am more partial to Mudbray anyway because, like I said, I like donkeys. I don't dislike Mudsdale. It's just that going from a donkey into a draft horse, like in my heart, that's just not what I want. So the plan is to keep it as Mudbray. And I'm thinking also maybe I'll keep my Mareep as Mareep because, like, Flaffy the shiny is okay, but Ampharos doesn't really look like a sheep anymore. So for my theme, you know, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I wish I could make these bitches talk faster, though. I know, I think I probably could have opened the settings before this cutscene, but... Okay, let's see if I can. Yeah, options. Talk speed. Fast. Skip cutscenes. I'm gonna do that. That should be off already. Okay. If I might change my mind on the cutscenes just because. Now I'm doubting myself. Like, obviously I have, like, I'm way ahead of this in my actual game. Okay. Okay. I wish I could run. I hate getting through the tutorial part. I just want to hunt for my Lechonk. I think shiny male Lechonk looks better, but I'm not going to be picky. I'll just take whatever I get. I think I'll also probably work on a layout for my stream so that way I don't have to have my little PNG tuber bouncing on top of the game itself. Because it's kind of just annoying for me personally, I think. What do you mean? I haven't been reading any of this stuff, so I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. I haven't thought at all about which starter because I'm not going to use it. Because we are trying to get a Lechonk. We don't care about none of these dang starters or barnyards. I don't like how he's got his Pokeballs dangling from a jacket like that. I think it looks weird. I'll probably go with Sprigatito just because that's what I chose in my main one, and I don't know. I probably won't 100% this this file. Well, I might. I need to 100% my original file. But just gotta use Wonder Trade to get the other starters. I did that like day 2 or something of my first file, and people had already gotten to the end and were Wonder Trading like super fancy pseudo-legendaries or whatever, so I did get spoiled, but that was my fault for wonder trading before I finished the game. Okay. Hello, welcome. I am a PNG. Do you see? I'm a PNG. Also, is my music too loud or is me too quiet? Please let me know in the comments below. Can I run yet? Yes. Meow. Cool. Thank you for your input. Oh, it's not gonna autoplay. That's annoying. Okay. I have a playlist going. Like all of those cool streamers who hunt shinies that have a playlist. But I have a Firefox extension that blocks autoplay, so I'm a fool. I'm a darned fool. Oh, silly Fuecoco. Okay, I regret turning cutscenes back on. Haha. Okay. Give me my kitty cat. I wish that I like all of the evolutions like well enough. I feel like Fuecoco's evolution is the weakest of the three. Blah blah blah. Maybe if they spent less time on the textures of their shirts and more time on how the rest of the game fucking looked and performed, maybe it wouldn't be such a problem. Yeah, it's really clunky. I'm sure like seeing it in motion, like the Fuecoco evolution, I don't even know what it's fucking called. I'm sure seeing it in motion it would look a little better, but it's just not like, it's like a rectangle. Skeledirge. Yeah. I'm going to name it nothing, because I can't come up with anything. It's going in the box anyway. Wow, I wish my real cat did that. I wish my real cat loved me that much. I say, he's been really needy today. I had to set up a chair next to my computer chair just so that way he could hang out with me. I am gonna hunt for a piggy on the first route. I just hope it doesn't take me forever. I say, as I start a file with the intention to hunt for 6 shinies. I just feel like it'll be more like, I want it to be challenging in a fun way. So I'm gonna do Lechonk on the first route, and then, oh, I forgot that I have to battle her. And then Mareep and Mudbray are like in the same area-ish. I wish I could get one immediately. That would really be convenient. Oh yeah, if you have any suggestions for my gaming music playlist, feel free to let me know, because I tried to come up with some right before stream and I could only come up with 2. Granted, I didn't spend very long thinking about it. Oh, you've played the Sonic Frontiers game, right? So there's a song from it that I've heard that I like, but I don't know what it's called to look it up, and I listened to a few of them just to try and see, but again, I didn't spend very long looking. So if you know of one that was released before the game came out, I think it's got a lady singing it, and I don't remember what it sounds like off the top of my head. So this is no information for you to go on. But if you know what I'm talking about, let me know. I don't think it's the hard rock one. It's not hard rock. It's more like it's like got high tempo. It's like dance music. I like fast music, and I remember really liking it. So I think it's like one of those. Whatever, I'll just find it later. No, I don't think it's a DJ thing. Don't worry about it. I really don't have enough information. Maybe? I don't know. Forget I brought it up. Wait, did she win? I wasn't paying attention. Oh no. Yeah. Did you say a swear word in my chat? I don't remember turning on the no swear word button. No! Oh, I thought I should be able to see that. Because I thought it would like block it in the chat, but... Oh! I don't know how to change the rules while I'm streaming. I'm sorry. I'm a fool. Can you like send it to me on Discord, perhaps? Oh, that works too. Okay, I am Googling it. It is loading. We are loading. Yes. Yes, this is it. Thank you. You're so smart. Based on the no information I gave you. Thank you. Add that to my cool gamer playlist. I think I will turn off cutscenes for a little bit, because I really doubt that I'll get to a point where I'll like be getting ahead of my main file. I don't know, who knows, maybe I'll actually play this game and finish it, and not finish my main file. I have not, we'll see. We'll see where the world takes us. Why is my camera getting all janky? What is happening? It's like super laggy. My controls are like super laggy. Yay, sandwich from mom. Oh, I forget, do I have to do... No, I can look for Lechonk before I get to Koraidon. Let's go. Okay, I think my controller fixed. I think I was tabbed out of OBS, so it was lagging for me. Ooh. Is that, I know you had one already. Is that your second or your third one? There you go. Well, if you need somebody to take it off your hands, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. Do I have to catch this Lechonk or can I kill it? I think it probably won't let me kill it, but we'll see. I don't want to catch no normal Lechonk. I want a shiny. Haha! Kill, kill, kill! It's a ticketed thing? That's really annoying. I mean, I assume they'll like have like access to it on like later or like during the Hoenn tour, maybe? I don't remember when that event is. I assume it's before the Hoenn tour to like build hype for it. Okay, I'm going to change my outfit. Because I am not a little boy, I am a farmer. Even though I can't. Oh, they're not giving the passes? That's lame. I don't remember what the canvas backpack looks like. Yucky. Ugly. That's what it looked like. Okay. I will get my fit at a later date. Okay. Lechonk. I really don't, I don't really know the best strategy for shiny hunting on a route this small. Also, it might just be good to get Koraidon. You can like ride on it immediately, right? Or no? I don't remember. Running around isn't really the fastest way to get it. Oh, also, Jacob, what I was talking about with like Pokemon up in trees, like at the very beginning, there's a spider up there. But like on the second route, like I caught a Pachirisu that was up in a tree. But yeah, I'll probably just run back and forth. I will be patient. Because I don't have access to like the picnic. It's not like the sandwiches really help me much here anyway, because like the only things spawning are like Lechonk and like 3 other things. Give me a pink, give me a pink. I think it'd be cool if I got it in 5 minutes. Let's get it in 5 minutes, and if I don't, I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna give up and I'm not going to bother. No, it's not. It's an incredibly low bar. A high bar would be getting the shiny immediately. All I'm asking for is 5 minutes. Is that really so bad? I'm just saying, if I could find a Mareep in 1 sandwich... Oh shit, I walked too close to the lighthouse. Okay. I don't have to go down there though. Because she's just like, oh, go check that thing out. And then I will walk away and say, instead, how about I look for a piggy? Yeah, goodbye. The mysterious cry is me crying when I don't find my pink Lechonk. Any shiny that I get in this one that's not one that I want, I could just trade over into my other file. I have a collection over there. I just think that it would really suck if I got a shiny caterpillar thingy. Are there more versions of this song? Because I don't think that this is the one that I've heard. A shiny Citadel. Yes, that would be brilliant. Isn't it? I think I've only seen it like once. It's like a bit more blue instead of like the pink. Maybe. That could be kind of... I might be making that up. I don't remember what the shiny looks like. Don't give me those question marks. Just tell me the correct answer. Okay, well, it's got like a little bit of a tint. That's all I'm saying. I blame the lighting in this game, in that I can't tell what anything fucking looks like. Alright, well, this was fun. I'm bored already. Oh, I'm gonna turn this off, because I don't think that this is the... Going back to this one. But I would not be able to tell if I walked past a shiny this thing. I can't remember what it's called. Scatterbug. Thank you. That's what it's called. Oh yeah, I do need to like look at my Pokédex, I guess. I got my Hoppip wasn't on this route, it was on the next route. But I just wanted to be like all the cool kids hunting for all the shinies. But I really was not built for this. Well, what the, is there even a Pokemon over here? You saw that exclamation point, right? Oh, there he is. He's smaller than the grass. No, I think I'm good at zoning out and hunting for the shinies, but I'm not good at talking the whole time. I don't know what to say. But I am pleased with this PNG tuber choice, because the VTuber was fun, but I still feel like it's like technically I'm not on camera, but it's still like a performance, you know? I don't this is easy. All I do is talk, and then the picture wiggles. It does it itself. And I don't even need to have the webcam pointed at me. It's fantastic. Thank you, I drew it in like an hour. I did it on paper first, just because I like finished up with my animation project, and I didn't want to draw on the computer anymore. And I think it looked better on paper. But it's fine. I also was really impatient. I didn't want to like color it or make it look nice or anything. I just did like the basic flat colors. And I'll have different costumes and stuff. This, obviously, I had to do a cowboy hat because need I explain myself? But I'll do like regular outfits later. Where's a little piggy? Yesterday at work, 5, like, obviously they're like dropped off by the same person, but 5 identical piggies were all brought in yesterday morning. They were solid brown, and they were adults, not little cute little ones. There's a tiny little pig that's been in for a couple weeks now, and it was like attacked by a dog, so it's got a big chunk missing out of its head, but it's still kicking. It's missing an ear, but it's still alive. And the crazy thing is, apparently the owners waited like 2 weeks before they even brought it in. Can you imagine? But it's doing good. It's doing a lot better. I think yesterday they put like a graft over it, so they finally like closed up the hole. But yeah, he's just a little guy. I get to see some fun, yucky things at work sometimes. Like, also yesterday, I was cleaning the drains. There were, like, drains throughout the hospital because, I mean, it's like a barn indoors, and obviously you need to be able to clean things with soap and water, and you need somewhere for the water to go. So there are drains on the ground throughout the building to allow for just that. But they're, you know, sometimes solids go through the drains. So one of the things that me and my co-workers do is go through with a big cart and a big like shovel thing and clean out the solids from the drains. And thankfully, until yesterday, the worst thing I'd ever had to clean out of the drains was like poop. But yesterday, there was like, I don't even know what it was for the most part. It was like blood and chunks and stuff, and I swear like a chunk of like intestine. And I was like, cool, this is really fun. This is how I wanted to spend my morning, and I am not going to throw up. These are the fun things I get to do at my workplace. Give me a pig! Having the hoppips in this area is annoying. Not that we've seen very many near the Lechonks, but I'm just saying, I feel like it is on purpose. So many of the shinies in this game are like near Pokemon that could be mistaken for a shiny, if that makes sense. Like if two Pokemon are in the same area and you're hunting for a shiny of one of them, the second one happens to look like that shiny of the first one so frequently. At least Hoppip has a big thing, like, you know, big leaves sticking out of it, so it's not like, it's kind of hard to mistake it for a Lechonk. You be pink. I think I already said this earlier, but I have no preference really for a male or a female Lechonk. I think male, the male evolution looks a little bit better as a shiny, but they're both kind of the same, like pinkish. I was trying to look up pictures yesterday, and the female one, like there's just not a whole lot of pictures on Google yet. I'm sure if I went on like Twitter or something, I would have found them. But a lot of the pictures, like of the few that are available, like the lighting is just not very good. So I was looking and trying to tell the difference between the two, and like the female one looked a bit more like bluish. Like it didn't look blue, but like the pink itself had like blue undertones. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it was just in like bad lighting. So, based on that information, I would prefer to have a male Lechonk. But I'm not picky. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. I forget what type Lechonk is. Is it ground or is it like normal? Oh, I haven't caught one yet, so it's not gonna tell me. Is the evolution also normal? And that sounds right. Personally, I think it should be a ground type, but what can you do? Alright, I'm getting kind of annoyed by my music. I did not make enough music in my playlist. So I'm just going to turn the game audio back on and call that a day. I can't hear my game audio though, so... Oh, did you look it up? Thank you for that. Don't want to be spreading misinformation to my hundreds of fans. But okay then, so just have like I did not consider the type, like obviously I have a theme going. I did not consider the types of the Pokemon that I'm hunting for. So I think we've got a normal, an electric, grass, a ground. I'm gonna be looking for the fire Tauros, so fire, and then psychic, right? Grumpig and Spoink. I feel like I should really know that. Yeah, it's a nice variety. I wouldn't think it's like particularly balanced or unbalanced. The different types in the wild. So what I've heard is that it is game locked. So Scarlet, you get the fire one, and Violet, you get the water one. And they do spawn in the wild rarely, and they're more frequent as like if there's a little pack of them, they spawn like as the leader of the pack. That's what I've heard. I have not seen one yet. And I mean, I will take a regular shiny Tauros. It would just kind of suck. Where the fuck did you come from? I just think it'd be kind of... Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one either. I think it'd be kind of lame just to have a regular one. But, like, I really cannot be choosy. Not to mention shiny Tauros in this game is so hard to distinguish. I mean, I've looked at pictures of them. It's basically like the dark and the light gray switch places. So, like, it's like fully black, but it's different shades of black. Oh, is it fighting type? Why did I think it was normal? Is the regular one's normal, right? I didn't know that. Okay, well then I won't complain. I retract the past 5 minutes. Huh. Yeah, but I think the hardest shiny to hunt is going to be that Tauros. Just because it's so similar. The Lechonk and the Mareep are super easy. And Go-Goat I think is, or Skiddo I think is pretty easy as well. Spoink is like a distinct color difference. But I don't know. I'm not concerned. I'm more concerned about getting bored of the whole thing before I even get to there. Because at least when I'm shiny hunting by myself, I can like listen to a podcast or something. But this is just me talking to myself in a room. I swear to God, if it spawns up there, I'm going to riot. Like, what would I do? What would I do? I guess, hold up, let's see. Can I target yet? I don't think I can target yet. It doesn't let me. Whatever. Oh wait, can I walk up this? Is there a way up there? No, I don't think so. Because like when I'm targeting it just resets my camera. It doesn't like highlight any of the Pokemon. So maybe it would be, oh, that's okay. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with me. Love you too. Now the second you leave, I'm gonna get a shiny. I just know it. So I'm going to choose to believe if I don't get a shiny, it's because he secretly did not leave. And he has it open still. And then I can blame him, and not my own misfortune. Little piggies. Also, this is some insider background knowledge for you. When I doodled my picture in my sketchbook, I did it facing this way, like the way that you see it. And then I was going to like reverse it to have it facing the other way, just because I feel like I prefer it that way. But then I forgot. And I didn't feel like reversing the image after the fact. So neither you nor I get to see the mini-map. It is off limits. But it was super easy to set up. Like, the program that I'm using to run, like, the PNG tuber thing, it's, like, super simple. It took me 5 minutes. After drawing it, it took me, like, 5 minutes. It's called, like, Veado Tube. V-E-A-D-O Tube. And, like, it's basically, like, you upload an image with the like eyes open, mouth closed, and mouth open, and then eyes closed, mouth open, and mouth closed. You don't even need the eyes closed one. That's like totally optional. And then like you just upload those 4 images and it does the rest. And you can like set it to wiggle and vibrate and stuff. There's like a ton of different settings. And you can save presets and stuff. So it was like super easy after I drew the actual pictures. And you can set hotkeys and stuff. I'm not advanced enough for that. Maybe once I'm a super big streamer. I think it'd be fun to get into streaming, just like, I mean, I do it not regularly, but I've done it enough that I'm comfortable, like, doing it. And now that I'm done with school, essentially, I can do it more frequently. Because I do have, like, a transition period coming up. I don't have a specific job lined up because there's some, like, personal stuff I need to take care of before I get into all that. But, like, even once I do get, like, a job or an internship or whatever, like, when I get started on my career, like, I don't see why I can't also stream, because it's fun. Who knows, maybe I'll even get to make like $50 off of it, like a month. I was looking at, like, I'm not streaming for the sake of, like, fame and making so much money or whatever. Cause, like, I was looking at the information, and just based on, like, how many people, if you average, you know, X many viewers per stream, like, the breakdowns that I've seen didn't say, like, oh, if you're streaming, like, every day or whatever, but it was based on, like, how many viewers per stream. You're really not making a lot of money. So, I can confidently say that I am not in this for the money. But it's nice to think about, like, a fun hobby that can also bring in a couple extra bucks if people are watching. Not that, like, you need to monetize all your hobbies. I think that's, like, that really sucks, that mindset. And that, like, I almost went to art school, but I changed my mind because I really was not motivated to draw, like, during the period that I was choosing where to go to school. And I did not want to force myself to do it to make money, especially since, like, making it as an artist is so fickle. I would want, like, a secure job. And then, of course, I say that, and then I went into zoology, which is very competitive. I don't even know what I want to do with my degree. So that's cool. And, you know, a lot of people think, like, everybody's like, oh, you're, like, you got a zoology degree, what are you gonna become, a zookeeper? Which is like, okay, that's a fair jump to make, and I would not say no to an opportunity, but it's such a competitive field. Like, there are so few zoo, like, institutions, like, regardless of if they're credible or not. Like, there are, like, accredited zoos and whatever, but, like, there's just not a whole lot of them. So obviously they are competitive, and a lot of them want paid experience before they hire you, which is, like, I mean, that's true of a lot of That's true of a lot of industries. But it's like, okay, well, if you're not going to hire me, how am I going to get paid experience? Did you think of that? So, yeah, I don't have anything lined up right now because, like I said, there's some stuff I need to take care of that I can't really, like, plan around just yet. So hopefully I'll have, like, a more solid timeline, like, in a month or so. Like, I'll have everything figured out. Like, when I can start, like, doing job stuff as opposed to, like, figuring my shit out stuff. But I don't know, I'm not in a huge rush. Thankfully, I'm in a position where I don't have to immediately start working. And if it ends up being like a longer period of time than I was hoping, like I could easily, like, I have barista experience. I can get a temp job at Starbucks. Just what every college graduate wants to hear. You can just work at Starbucks. But damn, I'll tell you, working like food and retail, like, don't let people give you shit for that, because that is tough, and that's why I don't want to do it. So I've done it before, and I don't want to keep doing it. I will if I have to, but it's certainly not my first choice. I can never tell if these spawns are resetting, or if I'm just walking past the same Lechonk 20 times. I think they are resetting. But I won't get into like the nagging about this game's performance. It's nothing that hasn't already been said by everybody else. Though I do not fall into the category of like, oh, I'm having fun, so just stop complaining. Because I think you can have fun, but still think a game looks like garbage and wish that they had done better. And I've seen some people say like, you don't need a good graphic to have a good game. And that's true. Like, a lot of games were done with effective graphics that look well, like, with their limited medium. But this is like a 3D game from a huge company that looks bad. Like, it's not that this game is like stylized to look a certain way, which means that there are limited graphics that look nice and don't deter from the gameplay. This is like, it's really buggy and it looks bad and it's expected, like there's just more to be expected from a big company. And I've like, in more recent years, I've waited to pre-order stuff until closer to launch, which, I mean, I still pre-order it, and that's on me, but like after this game, I think I'm gonna have to start waiting. And I think a lot of other people are also having that same sort of feeling, where they're realizing like, we can't let them keep getting away with this. But I digress. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, and then I talked about it for a full 5 minutes. What if I just caught a Hoppip and called it Lechonk? Do you think people would notice? Do you think I could get away with that? They're both pink and round. I'm just saying, it's worth a shot. I'm not even gonna look at these things. A streamer that I watch was hunting for a Lechonk on this route, and ended up finding a shiny scatterbug. I'm not even gonna look. I can't see them most of the time. I don't even know what shiny scatterbug looks like. Out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, this idea was like spawned because I was hunting a mudbray on my main file, and I don't even particularly like shiny mudbray. I certainly don't like shiny Mudsdale. So I was thinking, why am I even hunting this if I'm not even going to use it on my team, you know? But I still really wanted it because I've been really fixated on donkeys lately. Because like I said, I work with farm animals and I have garbage poo-poo brain, and I cannot like stop fixating on something unless it is like actively removed and I have something else to fixate on. So like working with livestock, it is always in my mind like, man, I wish I had a donkey. So I can't escape it. And then this game has Mudsdale or Mudbray, the donkey Pokemon. It's inescapable. I can't get it out of my brain. So I figured it'd be fun to do it like this, because then I could hunt for Mudbray at some point. Obviously, it's on a later route, but goodness. And I did actually get a Mareep in my main file the other day. I was hunting for Mudbray with sandwiches by using like the encounter up like power thing, and I was using like ground encounter up sandwiches for like 3 hours, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do a Mareep one for kicks, and it took me 1 sandwich, and I got the shiny Mareep within like the last minute of the sandwich time. And I was really excited because I've never had a shiny Mareep, and I love, like, the Mareep line is one of my favorite lines. I'm a Johto boy. But I said earlier, like, I don't know if I'm going to evolve my Mareep once I get it in this game. I already evolved it in my other one. It's a Flaffy right now. But I don't know if I'm going to evolve it in this one because, like, we're doing Barnyard, and Ampharos, like, technically, yeah, it evolved from a sheep, but does that thing look like a sheep to anybody? Come on now. And Flaffy obviously does look like a sheep. It's still got its wool. But it's just not a very, like... The shiny isn't as, like, visually interesting as Mareep. So we'll see. But I don't want like a team of just baby Pokemon, because I'm not evolving my Mudbray. I will evolve Lechonk and Spoink, and then Tauros obviously doesn't have any evolutions. I'm kind of going back and forth on Skiddo and Go-Goat. Because, I mean, obviously I'm getting it because it's a goat. but it doesn't really, it looks more like a mountain goat than like a domestic goat. So I'm like hesitant to even include it, but there are no alternatives. So I'm back and forth on whether I want to evolve Skidoo, because I think Skidoo looks way better as a shiny than Go-Goat. But I don't know. We'll just see when we get there. Oh, my cat, he's awake. He is looking at me. I wouldn't mind chickens, but there are no like chicken Pokemon in this game. Actually, are there any like chicken Pokemon, period? Because they've got plenty of ducks. But I'm blanking on like a chicken. I would put that on my team if it existed in this game. It does not exist in this game, nor do I think it exists, period. But yeah, I want chickens in real life. I've like did research. I want they're not like technically like an official breed with like a breed standard, but there's a breed called Easter eggers, and they're like a hybrid between like a couple different ones, but they just look so silly. And they're really good beginner chickens, and I have not had chickens before. So just add that to the list. Chickens are more reasonable to keep on like a rental property, but I don't think I'd be able to get away with, like, I'd have to find a house for rent that would allow, like, that would have enough space and allow for donkey keeping, and I just don't see that happening. So chickens are a lot more reasonable to say to my future landlord, hey, can I have chickens? But that's the problem. I keep fixating on these things. Like, I want chickens. I want a donkey. Well, multiple donkeys. You have to have multiple donkeys because they are herd animals. But that's not the point. The point is I fixate on this shit and then I like do research as if I was planning to get them within like the next month, but I can't get them in like, I don't know, I probably won't be able to get them for like 10 years. Danny can never have anything nice ever. And from what I've seen, like, they're no more expensive than like a dog or a cat. Like, they're way more expensive up front, don't get me wrong. Like a cat, like, okay, you get like what, $100 adoption fee. You gotta buy a litter box, buy food bowls, buy food. If you're gonna be a good owner, you would get like, you know, enrichment stuff like toys and towers and whatnot. And that's incredibly variable. So like, okay, cat up front, maybe $300, $400. And that's ignoring like, you know, annual maintenance and like vet stuff. Chickens, up front, you need a coop. That'll run you, depending on how good a quality it is, that would probably be at least $100. The chickens themselves are pretty damn cheap. Especially if you're hatching them yourself. I do not intend to do that. I do not want a rooster, thank you. But like if you buy chicks, those are relatively cheap. So like the upfront cost of a chicken is probably cheaper than a cat. But a donkey, good lord. Especially, well, because you can adopt donkeys. I mean, there's not like a huge stock of them. Like they're like, you know, you can't go to a random shelter and adopt 5 donkeys like you could like a cat. You could walk down to any old shelter and walk away with 10 cats if you wanted. But I feel like donkeys are like less in supply at like sanctuaries or whatever for adoption. And I think, because I having miniature donkeys allows you to do more with like smaller space. So like I'm leaning towards getting miniature donkeys someday. And if those are a lot harder to find in shelters, just like purebred cats. Fun fact, if you see a cat that is labeled as a specific breed in a shelter, that's complete bullshit 9 times out of 10. Cat breeds are not like dog breeds. They are more like recently developed. So like the reasonably any trait that you find in a purebred cat could exist in the random population, like the random breeding population. So also there's a misunderstanding of like coat colors, specifically like the pointed, like if you think of a Siamese cat, for example, that's got the like the dark tips, like the face, the ears, the paws, the tail. That is a color that exists in like it's not just brown that is like in Siamese cats. It can come in different colors, and that's not the breed standard for being a Siamese. Like if it's a cat that has that coloration, it's called a point. And the Siamese is like a mixture of traits. And so like a lot of people think that they're like long-haired tabbies are Maine Coons, and that's not the case either. You can have a long-haired tabby. Like Maine Coons, first of all, don't have to be long-haired tabbies. They can be different colors. But yeah, so like the point being that like the likelihood of you getting a purebred cat from a location other than someone who breeds cats is incredibly low, because cats have only been bred for specific breeds within the past couple 100 years, whereas dogs, it's been going on for much longer. So like you could get a mutt that is reliably like say like 50% something, 24 or 25% and 25% to other things. Like, it could reliably be a mix of those three things, but that's not the case for cats. But getting back to being a like donkey, you can't go to a shelter easily and get miniature donkeys. They are very expensive. Like I was saying, like the adoption fee for a cat, like I think my cat was like less than $100 adoption fee. And like regular donkeys, it's like standard with livestock is females are more expensive because livestock are not generally spayed, or they're generally not spayed, whereas like dogs and cats are spayed and neutered, like standard. Males are a different story because male livestock, especially horses, they are less predictable if they are left intact, and that can just be like really dangerous to keep. So a neutered male is like the hierarchy of ease of keeping is like a mare, a gelding, and then a stallion. And if you're talking about donkeys, it's Jennies. I'm forgetting the neutered. It's Jax. And then there's like the neutered one is something else. I'm blanking on it. But yeah, so because it's not standard to have like a spayed horse, donkey, cow, whatever, they cost more because there is potential for you to breed and then get more of them. So if you can produce more product from the product you purchase, it will be more expensive. And I have no intention of breeding donkeys. I have zero interest in that. But I am interested in getting females because they're generally easier to take care of. I just prefer female animals. Do you have any idea how many times I have to look at a goddamn horse penis, like, on a daily basis? It is so annoying. Like, I go to work, and if I was working any other job, the amount of times I see penis, I would have to go to HR immediately. So yeah, I prefer having female animals because I don't particularly enjoy looking at the phallus of other species. But also, like, I have no experience with owning livestock. So, like, maybe if I had grown up, like, riding horses or something, I would feel more comfortable keeping, like, a stallion or a gelding. And I'm not against keeping, like, neutered males, if that's, like, what ends up happening, like, if that's what's available to me. But I'm more interested in females. But, miniature donkeys are way more expensive than regular donkeys. They're more desired, and, like, you know, obviously there's, like, lineages and breeding and stuff always adds complications to it. But, like, a miniature donkey, you're, like, a female miniature donkey, and if you're buying from a breeder, like, if you're buying a full female miniature donkey, you're looking at, like, $3,000 just for one of the donkeys. Not even considering, like, building a pen and building a paddock and a barn and buying food. So it's like it's a lot more of an upfront investment than, like, chickens or a cat or a dog or whatever. And obviously maintenance costs are important too, but I would say that the maintenance costs are like not particularly higher than any other pet, like buying food and whatnot. Like you're always going to be spending like 1,000 a year. I'm super into like enrichment for animals. Like I really care about animal behavior is like my interest. For zoology, I care about like ecology and animal behavior and all that. So enrichment is something that like really interests me as like an animal owner for like pets. And I will be the first to admit I'm not the best about like actively participating in enrichment. Like I prefer to purchase the puzzle feeders and call it a day. Which I know isn't the best, but like I have super like I'm so interested in like building my own cat towers and like a catio and stuff. But again, like with the catio at least, that's something that like I don't have a house. I will not have a house for a while. But I've got so many ideas. Oh, hello. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my cat is awake now. Heard me talking about him. And all the furniture I'm not going to build him yet. But it's actually not that difficult. Like, you can buy the rope. Like, you know, this is all rope. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Sizzle, sizzle, whatever. Like the rope that's on the cat scratching trees and stuff. Like you can get that at Home Depot for like $5, and then you just wrap it around a piece of wood, and there you go. Like it's not difficult. So building a like an actual like tower. I also am super into like the wall shelves and fixtures and stuff. I really want to build some of those someday. And I feel like building something that I'm really into, but like I would want to purchase a chicken coop. I do not have enough knowledge to build my own chicken coop. I could build an enclosure probably that I would be happy with. And I feel like building a barn for like donkeys would not be that difficult. I mean, obviously it's a challenge, but oh goodness, my kitty cat, you want attention? Yeah, I was thinking like, you know, you really, for donkeys, I've read that you only really need a three-sided building. Um, I would probably want to do like a three-sided building with doors, so that way like I could have a paddock rotation, because those things eat grass, and if you have a field, you could split it in two, and then have them graze on one half of it through part of the year, and then the other half for the other part of the year, and that way the grass can grow back. So if you just have like a free roaming three-sided building, you can't really control that. So like in my head, it's like, okay, you build like a three-walled building, but then you have like stall doors that like limit where they can go. Oh, to have a donkey. Sometimes I'm like, I could own a horse, but then I go to work for a day, and I'm like, I don't want a horse. I I'm sure that it's like super cool to be able to ride a horse that you own, but they're big and they're scary. I'm not about that. donkeys are like, full-size donkeys are like less than half the size of a horse. Miniature donkeys can be fucking tiny. And I don't mean like, you know, they're not like small. They're I'm trying to think of like an animal to compare it to. Like a full-size donkey, I can't come up with a comparison. A miniature donkey is like about as tall as like a large dog breed. So it's not like they're bigger than goats. I would say that the foals of miniature donkeys are a little bit smaller than goats. And of course there's size variation. I could get a mammoth donkey. I didn't know those existed until like a month ago. Those are like full horse-sized donkeys. It's crazy. But then you'd run into the issue of having a horse-sized animal, and I do not want a horse-sized animal. They're cool, but they're like, I am intimidated by them. I will not lie. I need a nice, gentle giant. Sometimes, because like I work at a hospital for animals, some of these animals are stressed. And I mean, obviously some animals are just dicks in general. But like, you know, sometimes they're stressed and they don't want you to help them. So sometimes they can be aggressive. And thankfully, like, I don't have to do much with aggressive animals ever. Like, I've only ever had to go in with aggressive animals like once or twice at this point. I did get bit by a horse once, and it had like a 3-inch diameter bruise on my leg for like 3 weeks. It was pretty nasty. But yeah, like, even if they're not aggressive, like, literally 2 days ago, I was in a stall cleaning with a horse that was down. That horse was very sick, and so it was lying down, and at one point it was like it decided to get up, like to stand up, and the stall like was just too small. Like, I was standing like right next to the horse when it was standing up. I straight up thought it was gonna crush me against the wall. Like, I wish I was exaggerating. Like, I was genuinely like concerned that I was going to be hurt. And I know that that's like, you can't judge having like owning an animal on just that experience. Like, obviously owning an animal is not going to be the same as like when I happen to be standing in a like 12 by 12 room right next to it, confined. But like, I just don't want to have to deal with that. Just saying. But because I graduate in like a week and a half, the job that I work at is through my school, so I will no longer have that job, and I will no longer have to worry about getting squished by a horse. I will be bummed to no longer have a paycheck. I did actually, you know, I was just getting to know my coworkers like comfortably. I've been working there for, I can't remember if it's 7 or 8 months, but like December marks either 7 or 8 months working at that job. So I have like, you know, a decent amount of stories, but I'm bummed. I'm bummed to leave. Like, it was not fantastic. Like the pay was kind of garbo for the work that we're doing, but unfortunately, like there are full-time attendants, and I was a student attendant, like animal attendant, and the full-time attendants are also not paid enough, unfortunately. But who controls their like hourly rate is someone higher up, like in the system, and the person who controls the student workers' hourly rate is like someone else. So they obviously can't pay the student workers more than they're paying the full-time staff. So there is like a limit to how much they could increase like the student employees' pay, which sucks. I think that the full-time staff should definitely... I don't even know how much the full-time staff is getting paid. I just know that they're not paid that much more than us. But they should be getting paid more, and so should I. But the turnover for that job is also really whack. I mean, it's just because it's such hard work. I think a lot of people go into it not realizing how much, like how hard it actually is. It's physical labor. And a lot of people like don't last very long at that job. I started in May, and I saw, let's see, I don't want to list off names, not that you'd ever be able to like identify them, but, well, first of all, I started in May. A lot of people graduated that year, so like mid-June we lost so many people because they graduated. So I started my job in May. By July, I was the second most senior student employee. 2 months. 2 months. And I was second top. And like they hired a bunch of people over the summer. They hired people in chunks. Like there were usually trios. Like they hired 3 people at a time. There were some exceptions to that, but that was like the general average. And at least one person from every single one of those trios. Some of them there were 2 people, but off the top of my head, I can think that we hired and then lost at least 4 people over the course of the summer. So their turnover rate's just really high because it is hard work. A lot of people don't like it like they thought they would, and a lot of people just don't take to it. It's hard. And if they don't get the hang of it, sometimes the full-time staff can get frustrated, and it's just like not a great environment for people to stay in if they're not doing well. So, and like I said, the pay is not good enough. Oh well, I don't have to work there. This time next week, I will be a free man. I am very much looking forward to being able to rest, though. I think I took on too many hours this term, and I've not been doing so great with that. Also, I hurt myself at work, like almost a month ago now. Like it's been 3 weeks, I think. And because I keep working, it has not gotten better. which is partially my fault because I did report that I got hurt. So like I jumped through all the hoops for the like workers' compensation and whatever. I went to the doctor and there was like, okay, well, if it doesn't hurt when I move your knee, okay. Well, what I did was, just long story short, something fell over, hit me in the knee, and now it hurts. But yeah, so it like was ebbing and flowing. It didn't get better for a while. This past week, Thanksgiving break, I didn't have classes or anything, so I was able to sit on my butt and not move for like 5 days, and then like my knee felt a lot better. But then this past work week, it like flared up again. So I did go to the doctor. They cleared me for all work, and now I'm in this position where it's like, okay, I need to be not working for this to heal all the way. But I only have 3 more days of work. Like I have a follow-up doctor's appointment this week, and I'm gonna go in there and be like, hi, my knee is not better, but like I only have 3 more days of work, so there's really like I don't feel like there's a point to me getting workers' comp and getting time off, like paid time off for this, because I will soon have a lot of time off because I won't have the job anymore. So I can just sit on my butt. I don't know. It's just bad timing. Oops. I miss the battle function in like Legends Arceus where like you could battle 6 Pokemon at once. I mean, I'm sure it was annoying doing that when you were getting your butt handed to you by like a bunch of wild Pokemon, but I just feel like it's more interesting. I loved Legends Arceus. Was it a perfect game? No. But there are so many elements that, like, obviously different teams of developers were working on Legends Arceus and this game, like, simultaneously. Like, there were 2 different teams. And, because of, like, the way that they operate, they just, like, the things that worked in Legends Arceus that people really loved and like gave feedback saying like we love this, it did not get transferred over to this game, which is like I think why there's no overworld shiny sparkle. Like if I was running past Pokemon and it was shiny, it would like do the little jingle and show like have a little sparkle. And I think that that's why we don't have that in this game, is because this was being developed by a different team and they just don't communicate between the developers. So, oh well. But it's whatever. I'm like over it. I don't think they're gonna patch it ever. Like, I've heard rumor that they're working on a patch for a music bug. Like, in the Elite Four, like, some music is supposed to play, but then it doesn't. And I've heard that they're working on a patch for that. So I would like to think, that they'll patch a couple other things while they're at it. But I just don't want to get my hopes up that they'll, like, fix the game. Let's see. We've been at this for nearly 2 hours. Can you believe? I am hoping that, like, being done with school, I'll be able to, like, partake in, like, my hobbies again. You know? Like, school just eats up so much of your time and energy. Um, and it's just hard to have motivation for anything outside of school. So I'm hoping that, like, once it's done, I mean, obviously, like, I'm streaming right now, and I would not have had the motivation to do that, like, earlier in the term. But, yeah, like, I haven't been drawing, really, at all. I mean, that's, like, it's a years long problem, not just a, but, I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking of opening commissions again, like, since school is gonna be out, and I would like to be making some money. Like, obviously I won't have a job. But I don't know. I've never really made a whole lot of money from commissions before, just because there's not, like, it's really hard to advertise yourself if you don't have a big platform already. And I wouldn't say that I have, like, a small platform. Like, across all of my accounts, like, I have a decent amount of followers. Probably like 1,000 spread across, like, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, whatever, like, DeviantArt. I don't even go on DeviantArt anymore. What am I kidding? But, like, you know. But I don't post often enough. I don't stay relevant. And, like, not a lot of people buy commissions. That's just, like, kind of, you know, it is what it is. I don't, like, resent, like, maybe earlier when, like, I was a lot younger and I, like, first was opening commissions and I was charging, like, $5. And, like, I did get some, but, you know, it probably would have bothered me more to not be getting commissions earlier. At this point, I've come to expect that people aren't gonna buy. I do think my art has quite improved, thank you. Don't look at this PNG tuber as my example, because I did not color it very well. This is just flat colors, it's boring. But, you know, it just kind of solidifies the idea that, like, I think I made the right choice by not pursuing art as a career, because it's just a lot harder to establish yourself, especially with, like, how social media is such a fickle beast, you know? Like, Twitter is falling apart right now. I mean, everybody is, like, you know, hitting the panic button, and nothing really seems to be changing, like, at this point with, like, Twitter. So, like, I think that there is, like, this overall sense of, like, oh, it could fall apart at any minute. But I don't know. Instagram is not good for artists, like, period. Tumblr is, like, fantastic, I think. Like, it's unfortunate because it's harder to market yourself. Like, yes, it's easier for your work to spread, like art that I drew years ago still gets attention on Tumblr. But that is not the case on, like, Twitter. But there is no, like, algorithm, which a lot of people love about Tumblr, myself included. I do not want to see shit, like, marketed to me. Oh! 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 There it is! Piggy! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh, I'm so scared. Well, I saved, so it's fine. I'll probably just do that and then throw a Pokeball. And I got 17 Pokeballs! Easy! Easy! Let's fucking go! Oh my god! Oh, and wait, was it a boy? I swear, it was a boy. That's what I wanted. Yes, yes. Is it? Is it? Is it? Yes! Oh my god! Okay. Me saying I had no preference. Oh my god, what should I name it? I feel like bacon is too obvious. Oh, I didn't think this far ahead. But my, like, OBS keeps, like, I think it's because I've got these stupid pop-ups. Okay, Francis. Get it? Because Francis Scott Bacon. I don't even remember who that is. I just remember he's a guy in history with the last name Bacon. So, don't at me if he was, like, some big, like, racist guy, because I don't remember who he is. If he's racist, that is unfortunate. I will change the name. Oh. Well, look at my piggy! Oh my god! Where? Let's see him. Let's see him. Oops. Well, that works too. Oh, he's pink! Oh, he's pink! This is the best day of my life. I mean, obviously we were gonna get it eventually. But I really wasn't I've been zoning out and just going blah blah blah. I honestly was worried that I was gonna walk right past it and I was not even gonna notice. Like, if one spawned. Cause I really have been totally zoned out just talking. Well, now that we have our piggy, we can, like, totally put Sprigatito in the box. I don't want you. Okay. Shiny piggy in under 2 hours. That's crazy. Alright, off we go. On to the next one. I think the next one is Mareep. Like, where's the map button? Yo, how do I reset the, there we go. Yeah, so there's nothing that I want in this first area, so we can just, like, run right through it. I'll probably battle the trainers to get my little Francis leveled up. But yeah, Mareep is over here in this brown area, and then Mudbray is in the hills, like, just over here. So they're, like, right next to each other. And then Ice, I really don't remember where. Oh, Skiddo is also over by Mudbray. They spawn at the same area, so we can do two at once. And then Tauros is, like, up here somewhere, kind of. I really don't remember where Spoink spawns, so that's a problem for later. Oh yeah, I forgot that we have to do the plot. Oops. Alrighty. Time to go look for Koraidon. I was so surprised that, like, I mean, obviously the trailers showed that you are riding on your, like, legendary from your game. So obviously that implies that you get it early on. But, like, on release day, I was still waiting for my copy to get delivered, and I was watching a streamer that I like stream it, obviously. And I was like surprised that I had to stop watching so early because like plot stuff started happening so fast. So I was like, all right, well, I watched you for an hour and a half and that's it. And then I had to wait until my copy showed up. The outfit that I want, there's like a sun hat. It's not like a cowboy hat, but close enough. It's like a farmer's hat, sun hat, you know, like a straw hat. That is a like I got it relatively early on in my first playthrough just because that's like the direction that I went. But yeah, I wish there was more customization. Like, I understand, like, for me, having the school uniforms isn't the end of the world. I don't hate them. Like, some of them look like this outfit's nice. So, like, I would prefer to have full customization, but like to have school uniforms is fine. I just think that if they were going to force us to wear school uniforms and then walk around with so many characters and so many different outfits, they could have made it so we could buy more school uniform like pieces, like official school merch, but like sweatshirts, skirts, different pairs of pants, different shirt, like a t-shirt, you know, like there's a whole university bookstore like up the road with so much merch in it for my school, and you could only come up with 4 outfits. And the hats in this game are the worst because they it's like they made them to fit on every hairstyle instead of scaling the hat for the hair. So when you've got short hair like me and my character, the hat just looks fucking gigantic. And there's like space between the hat and you, and it looks so bad. I just don't get it. I think that, like, obviously, like, this game is a victim of crunch, and like they needed to get it out for the holidays, but like this game could have done, like, it would have benefited so much from like even just like 6 months. But whatever, it's the lowest ranking, like the lowest rated Pokemon game in like 20 years. all of the reviews are really bad. It's like getting the worst reviews of a Pokemon game in such a long time. And yet, this is the best selling like Nintendo game of like all time or something. Like it sold 10 million copies already, like opening weekend. I was like, alright, bitch, go off. Pop off. But this game, like, it's just so sad. And it's like, obviously, I pre-ordered it as well, so my bad. But it just sucks. This shit sucks. Okay, I think the plan for today, because this is just my first little stream, now that I've got my piggy, little Francis, I think I'm gonna get, like, I'm gonna get to the school and get through all that nonsense, and then I'm gonna call it quits for the day. Yes, 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 Francis. Level 3 Francis against level 40 Houndoom. You can do it. I believe. I truly believe. Damn. What do you mean I didn't do it? The animation is just so goofy. Oh my gosh. Nimona is really cute. I really like her design. I don't really like the glove, like brace thing that she has. I feel like it's kind of jarring because it's like pink and the rest of her, it doesn't go with her outfit. Like if it was orange, like the pants and stuff, I would be fine with it. But it's not, so I don't like it. Kind of looks like a Cyclozar. Well, I just don't really understand the like, obviously I've played this game, so also it's been like 2.5 weeks since release, so I'm going to talk about, like, I'm not going to talk about plot spoilers, but like Cyclozar is a Pokemon that it looks like a baby form of the two legendaries of the game, but it's not related at all, and that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, obviously I haven't played the game, so maybe it's explained later, like I haven't finished the game. I could see how, like, I have some theories, but even then it like doesn't fully check out. So I just don't really understand the point of including Cyclozar if it's not going to be related at all. Like, you can't evolve it into Koraidon or Miraidon. God, I forgot how unlikable Arvin is at the beginning. I'm glad that, like, I mean, I feel like it wasn't really character growth so much as you learning more about him. But I don't really like his design. I think his hair is bad. But, like, I like his character a lot. But he really is a jerk at the beginning. Oh yeah, I forgot that you fight him here. Do you think my level 3 Lechonk will be able to battle his, like, Squovet or whatever he sends out? Yeah. I think they're both normal types, so at least I don't have, like, a disadvantage. And it's only a level 5, so it doesn't have a huge advantage over me. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. At least it was quick. $24. Well, I haven't been to a Pokemon Center yet. What happens? Do they send me home? To my mom? They're like, damn, that sucks. Wow. Well, that was embarrassing. Maybe I should have grinded a little bit. Oh yeah. I wonder if I had turn cutscenes off, like, I would assume they'd still do the battles. Is there a Pokemon up, or Pokeball up here? Doesn't look like it. God. I just wish it looked better. I can't wait to get up to that mountain, though. I haven't even been up there in my main game. It's the tallest point. And you can see basically everything. I mean, you can't see it very well, but okay. So let's grind a little bit. I'm probably just gonna do let's go method for a little bit. I am getting kind of hungry, so I know I said I was gonna maybe do it up through the school, but I'll probably instead just get my Lechonk to, like, I don't know, maybe level 10. Cause I am hungry. Dang it. I do have a BRB screen from when I've got like a couple different screens. I've got coming soon, a break, and an end. See here. But I don't really want to like make food and come back, you know? I think I'd rather just stop for the day. Francis? What's wrong, little buddy? Are you a level 3? Come on! Do you only know tackle and tail whip? That sounds like a you problem. I really don't know anything about like what Lechonk can learn. Like I didn't even realize it was a normal type until I was told earlier. But like since it's a normal type, I don't really know how to best optimize it. Like what moves? Obviously that's still a ways away. Oh, I super did not need to heal that. Oops. I wonder if my little Francis will be able to handle Pokemon down here with Let's Go. No, oh my god. Francis, what's wrong with you? Oh, that's cool that it starts with like its health a little lowered because I Let's Go battled it. It's a nice little touch. It's so cute. Oh, I gotta take a picture with my Lechonk to commemorate this. Oh, I'm standing way too close to it. No, now it's running around. Alright, where'd you go? Cute. Okay. Let's battle. Yay, we learned another move. Emotional damage, wow. Cool that we get a fairy type move. I'm gonna say right now, do not watch my stream for good Pokemon strategies and gameplay. Because I am simply a hit them until they die type player. That's not entirely true, but it's mostly true. You're facing... oh, I guess you are facing the right way. Now that my Lechonk is level 5, maybe I can do Let's Go battles and it won't lose. Let's try. Yay! Yes, kill, kill! Murder! Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. The problem with doing the Let's Go method is that you get like no XP. But it's a lot like, it's less of a pain to like have to use your brain, you know? Okay. No, little Francis. How about we try that again? There you go. Good old murder. Oh, I remember there being an item behind here. Oh, and a Lechonk. I think that would have been hilarious if it was shiny. Not that I need another shiny Lechonk, but... Oh, I was wondering if it counted, Let's Go battle in the Pokédex. It just said my Pokédex was updated after I fought that Pawnee. Alright, I'm gonna kill this child. Me and my Francis. Yay! Oh boy. It's almost my cat's dinner time, so he's gonna start yowling. That's just another reason for me to stop streaming soon. I'll get him to level 10. I'm sure I'll do that quickly. I was so happy that they put the new Wooper in this first area here, because I desperately wanted that to be like my main Pokemon for this game. And so, you know, I caught it like immediately, and it's been the first Pokemon in my party pretty much ever since. And I was not expecting them to put it so early, because like all of the trailers for it had it in like swampy areas, and it is in the swampy areas, but I just would have thought it wouldn't also be here. And yet, here it was. It's such a shame that there's so many, like, impossible to notice shinies in this game. Especially with no overworld sparkle. Like, how am I supposed to see if that was a shiny Igglybuff? Granted, they don't kill shinies in Let's Go mode. So, like, if you're just going through like this, it wouldn't have killed it if it was a shiny. But still, like, that's not really an indicator if you're just running past. And I guess that adds to the challenge of it, but it just kind of sucks the fun out of it. Oh yeah, Pokemon Center. I also still don't understand the point of there being multiple, like, currencies in this game. Like, what's the point of having the Poke and LP? I've been doing it. I've been new. Okay, because my cat is screaming and it's gonna bother me while I'm streaming, I think I'm going to stop here. And I think I want to try out raiding somebody, if that's okay. If you'll stick around for just a moment. You don't have to watch the stream that I raid you to. I just want to test out the function of it. So, please, I beg of you. And here we go. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.